In the heart of ancient battles, where empires rose from the dust of forgotten fields, a lone warrior stood silent amid the clamor of war drums. He was not the one clad in gleaming armor, nor the one bellowing commands from atop a chariot. No, he was the shadow in the ranks, the one dismissed as unremarkable, his blade sheathed, his gaze averted. Yet when the sun dipped low and the proud legions charged with unyielding arrogance, it was he who turned the tide, his quiet resolve shattering their illusions like fragile glass. This is the timeless dance of true power, not in the roar but in the whisper that precedes the storm. Imagine yourself in the grand arena of life, where every interaction is a subtle skirmish, every conversation a potential alliance or ambush. The world teems with those who seek to bend others to their will, manipulators who thrive on perceived superiority, weaving webs of influence with honeyed words and calculated gestures. But you, wise guardian of your own destiny, hold a shield forged in the fires of strategic patience. Protection from such forces begins not with confrontation, but with the art of invitation. Let them see what they wish to see, a facade of simplicity that masks the depths of your inner fortress. Consider the eagle soaring high above the plains. It does not flap wildly to announce its presence. Instead, it glides effortlessly, appearing almost lazy to the ground-bound observer. Yet, in that seeming indolence lies unparalleled vision and precision. So too must you cultivate an aura of understated calm. In boardrooms where egos clash like thunder, offer smiles that reveal nothing, nods that commit to less. When colleagues probe for weaknesses, respond with humility that borders on self-effacement. Not out of fear, but from the knowledge that their assumptions become your greatest ally. They will label you as unambitious, perhaps even naive, their overconfidence swelling like a sail in the wind. And in that moment, you have already won the first battle, the battle for time. Time, that elusive river, flows in your favor when you embrace this philosophy. Manipulation often strikes swiftly, preying on the visible and the vulnerable. But by presenting yourself as unthreatening, you buy precious moments to observe, to learn, to fortify. Picture a master gardener tending to hidden roots while the weeds above grow unchecked in their vanity. You listen more than you speak, absorbing the rhythms of those around you, their ambitions, their insecurities, their blind spots. In friendships that turn toxic or partnerships laced with hidden agendas, this approach transforms you from potential victim to silent architect. They reveal their hands, convinced of your irrelevance, while you map the terrain of their minds. Uplifting? Absolutely, for this is not mere defense, it is empowerment reborn. Think of historical luminaries who embodied this. Figures like Odysseus, whose cunning feigned madness spared him from futile wars, only to emerge as the hero of epics. Or modern icons in business and innovation, who let doubters scoff at their impractical dreams, only to revolutionize industries from the shadows. You are joining their ranks, not as a deceiver, but as a steward of your own potential. This mindset elevates you above the fray, turning potential manipulation into opportunities for growth. It teaches resilience, sharpens intuition, and fosters a profound self-awareness that no external force can erode. Yet balance is key in this epic journey. Do not confuse strategic reserve with genuine apathy. Let your inner fire burn bright, fueling quiet pursuits that build your arsenal. Read voraciously, honing skills in solitude. Network subtly, forming bonds that endure beyond superficial judgments. In personal realms where emotional manipulators lurk, perhaps in relationships fraught with control, project a serenity that disarms their tactics. They push, expecting resistance. You yield like water, flowing around obstacles, emerging unscathed and stronger. As the chapter of your life unfolds, remember, the mightiest oaks grow from seeds buried deep, unseen by the casual eye. By allowing others to underestimate you, you reclaim narrative control, transforming their hubris into the scaffold of your ascent. This is the uplifting truth, the smart path to invincibility, not through brute force, but through the elegant camouflage of wisdom. Let them wander in their illusions. You, meanwhile, prepare for the dawn, when shadows give way to light. In this way, protection becomes not just survival, but sovereignty. Beneath the veil of a starless night, a forgotten king gathered his forces in the misty valleys, while his foes reveled in distant halls, toasting their presumed victory. They had seen his retreats as cowardice, his silences as defeat. But as dawn broke, his strike was lightning, swift, unforeseen, reshaping the map of kingdoms forever. This is the crescendo of mastery, the pivotal instant when patience erupts into purpose, turning the tables on those who dared to dismiss the quiet storm. In the vast tapestry of human endeavor, where ambitions collide and alliances fracture, safeguarding your essence demands more than vigilance. It requires the poetry of timing. Manipulators, those architects of subtle chaos, often rely on your predictability, your eagerness to prove worth. But you, enlightened navigator of fate's currents, understand that true protection lies in the art of the unexpected reveal. It is an uplifting symphony, where what was once perceived as frailty becomes the hammer of destiny, forging unbreakable resolve. Envision the phoenix, ashes cloaking its latent glory. It does not rise prematurely, squandering energy on futile displays. Instead, it waits, gathering embers until the perfect blaze. So must you nurture your hidden strengths amid the noise of daily battles. In professional arenas where cutthroat climbers seek to undermine, maintain your composed exterior. Let deadlines loom and critiques fly. Respond with measured grace, all while sharpening your edge in private. Their complacency grows, a fertile ground for your eventual bloom. When the opportunity arises, a project pivot, a leadership vacuum, you step forward, not with fanfare, but with irrefutable competence that leaves them reeling. This approach is profoundly smart, for it harnesses psychology's deepest truths. Overconfidence blinds, and surprise disarms. Studies in strategy, from ancient treatises to contemporary analyses, affirm that the underestimated often prevail, their adversaries' arrogance serving as the chink in otherwise impregnable armor. In personal spheres, facing those who manipulate through guilt or flattery embody this wisdom. Appear amenable, even pliable, absorbing their ploys without reaction. Then, at the juncture of clarity, perhaps a boundary crossed too far, assert your truth with calm authority. It is not vengeance, but reclamation, an epic affirmation of self-worth that inspires awe. Uplifting in its core, this philosophy transforms vulnerability into victory's prelude. Recall visionaries like Steve Jobs, who endured early dismissals as a dreamer without direction, only to orchestrate comebacks that redefined innovation. Or athletes who feign fatigue in endurance races, surging ahead when rivals falter. You are their heir, crafting a narrative of triumph through intelligent restraint. It cultivates discipline, honors judgment, and ignites an inner spark that no manipulator can extinguish. Far from shadowy tactics, this is the light of empowerment, guiding you to peaks others deem unreachable. Yet the epic tone demands caution. Strike not from malice, but necessity. Discern the moment with precision, when their overreach peaks, when your preparations align. In relationships, this might mean walking away from toxicity with quiet dignity, leaving them to ponder their misjudgment. In career pursuits, it could involve unveiling a breakthrough idea after months of subtle groundwork. Always, let integrity anchor you. The goal is protection, not predation. This smart camouflage fosters growth, turning potential setbacks into stepping stones. As you traverse life's grand odyssey, embrace the revelation as your crowning act. Let adversaries wallow in their false security. You, the unsung hero, orchestrate the turnaround. This is the captivating essence of resilience, the motivational force that propels you beyond manipulation's grasp. In the end, their greatest weakness is not their schemes, but their failure to see your true magnitude. Rise then, not in spite but in splendor, for the world awaits the unveiling of your indomitable spirit.